Hey guys, it's Bella, and in this video I'm going to be reading through and translating this fifth riddle from the Exeter book, which is of course one of the four big codices of Old English poetry. And for this riddle we actually don't know, as with most Old English riddles, what the technical formal answer to it would be. So at the end of this video I'll tell you what historians think it probably meant, but this is really just historians' best guess at what it meant, and we're not 200% certain. So bear that in mind as I go through it. So first I'll read out the Old English and then we'll go through it line by line. Ich am aanhaga I serne wund, bille je bennad berde werke sad etjum weli. Oft ich weeg sail, freikne vechten. Verafrene wijne that me jeak kumme guth je wines, aardich met aldum eil voor wirde. Ac mec nosiad hummer lave, herdage herder scher pond werk smitha. Beat in burgum ich abbied an shell, ladran je motes. Nafra latjekin on volkstede findan merkte, darra de mit wirtum wundi halde. Ac me etja dog erchen werthaf, durch deathslayer darum und nichtum. So, what does this mean? And before I read out my translation of it, why don't you guys write in the comments what you guess that it might be, and then you can find out at the end. Ich am anhara I serne wund is I am anhara is a loner. It's like the Gothic word enachs. I serne with in, that's the dative of isern, and then wund, it's just wounded. Bille je bennad, that's just another paraphrase of the same thing. Old English poetry loves these couplets that just replicate what the other is saying. So here we have wounded by iron, and then je bennad, bille is just injured by a sword. And there's alliteration, of course, there on the bille and bennad and berde werka. So bille je bennad berde werka sad, which means wounded or injured by a sword, sad of the battle works, edgum weary by the edges. Oft ich weeg sail, often I see battle. Freik na feochtan, the fierce fight, and again, battle, fierce fight, these are just synonyms for each other, which Old English is fond of. Frofrene weine, so weine is one of those, weinan is one of those verbs that takes the genitive as its object. So I don't expect comfort. That me jeok kumme guthjuwines, that comfort of battle victory, guthjuwines, me kumme shall come for me. Ar ich mit aldum eil forwerde, before I utterly perish mid aldum with the fires. Ac mech nosiath homra lava, but it remains lava homera. So this presumably refers to the I guess the beatings of hammers, the things that are left behind when a hammer hits it. They strike me. Hair the edge, hair share upon the work smitha. The smith's hard-edged, battle-sharp handwork. It's a really fun little bit, that hair the edge, hair share upon the work smitha. It's just lovely to me. Beatat in burgum, they bite, basically. Herdage herder share pond where it's meet up. Beatat is the hard edge, battle sharp handiwork of the smiths bite me. In burgum ich abidan shall. I must await in the cities, ladran yamotas, the fierce meeting, or the loathsome meeting even. Navra, never, latjekin on volkstede findan merte. I could never find findan merte leechkin, but this means doctor kind. So I could never find a healer on Folkstede, among the people, or among the Folksteads. Tharra the midwirtum wundi halde, of those men who, midwirtum, with warts, wundi halde, healed wounds. Ac me etja dog erchen werthath, but the wounds of edges, dog edja, erchen, they become increased, is erchen, werthath, they become. So the wounds of edges become increased upon me. Thurch deathslayer, through a death blow, darum und nichtum, by day and by night. And so there we go, we've gotten to the end of this riddle. Do you guys guess what it is? Or at least what historians think it is? So what historians think this is a shield. They think this riddle is referring to the shield. So, wounded by iron, injured by sword, the leavings of hammers, it dies in fire because it's made of wood. I do find that bit, na verlaatje on volkstede finden merkte. I could never find a doctor who could heal wounds with herbs. Like, that's kind of, I get it. Maybe it's just a good way of throwing somebody off in the riddle because it is technically true, but literally, because that same line could apply to literally anything, right? My washing detergent I'm looking at across the room right now, that could never find a doctor to heal its wounds because it's not an animated object that could be healed by herbs, I just I just think that one's a little bit silly, but other than that, it's a fun little riddle. So I'm curious to see what you guys thought this was. I hope you enjoyed this Old English tidbit. If you want me to teach you Old English, you can subscribe to my Patreon, which will be linked in the description of this video. It's a perk for Patreon members. And you can also join my Discord server if you want to ask me questions about Old English. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.